3 months ago, a man named Harold walked into my office, carrying the kind of silence that says more than words ever could. At 68, he had lived a full life as a respected architect, a husband of over 40 years, a father, a grandfather. But when he sat across from me that morning, he looked like a man who felt hollowed out by time. He stared at the floor for a moment before speaking, as if searching for the courage to say something he already believed too deeply. When he finally lifted his eyes, he said, "I think love ended for me the day my wife died. I don't think companionship happens at my age. Life just moves on, and you're left watching it from the outside." His voice wasn't angry or bitter, it was simply tired. Tired of being alone at dinner. Tired of waking up to silence. Tired of feeling like the world had no space left for a man his age to find comfort or connection again. But what Harold didn't know, and what most older men don't realize, is that his belief was built on outdated assumptions. The world has changed. People live longer, stay healthier, and remain active and socially engaged well into their 70s and 80s. Companionship for seniors isn't rare anymore, it is actually more common than it has ever been. Men over 60 today are finding meaningful connections not because they are lucky or wealthy or charming, but because they step into environments where real relationships grow naturally. These aren't bars, clubs, or dating hotspots designed for young people. These are calmer, genuine, mature spaces where men and women in later life cross paths through shared purpose, shared learning, shared joy, and shared vulnerability. One of the most powerful environments is volunteering. There is something deeply transformative that happens when a man gives his time to something bigger than himself. When he chooses to serve, whether it's at a community food bank, an animal shelter, a hospital, a library, or a home building project, he steps into a space where people show up with sincerity, compassion, and open hearts. That's exactly what happened to Mark, a 64-year-old widower who joined a local food distribution initiative simply because he didn't want to spend his days sitting at home grieving alone. He planned to volunteer for one day, just to see what it felt like. But one day turned into weeks, and weeks into months, because he found a place where people connected through kindness rather than small talk. Eventually, he began talking regularly with Eleanor, a retired teacher who volunteered every Wednesday. Their first conversations were about tasks, how to pack boxes more efficiently, which crates needed restocking, but over time, those simple interactions shifted into deeper discussions about life, loss, healing, and rediscovering purpose. Neither of them walked into that warehouse expecting companionship, but the genuine environment allowed it to develop slowly, without pressure or pretense. Another environment where older adults form surprisingly strong bonds is continuing education. Many seniors choose to return to learning, not because they need a degree, but because curiosity keeps their minds and hearts alive. Whether it's a cooking workshop, a photography class, a literature seminar, a pottery course, or a language program, learning environments create a natural rhythm of interaction. Students meet once or twice a week, sit beside the same people, share progress, and laugh over mistakes. Those repeated moments, layered week after week, build familiarity and comfort. That's how 71-year-old Ronald met Helen. He joined a photography class to learn how to document his family moments better, while she joined to explore a new creative outlet after retirement. What began as two strangers trying to figure out camera settings gradually transformed into long conversations about creativity, family, and personal dreams. Neither of them was searching for romance, yet the classroom became a space where two lives intersected at exactly the right time. Hobby groups work the same way but often even more naturally, because they revolve around shared passions rather than structured lessons. Older adults gather around birdwatching trails, hiking paths, garden beds, book discussions, writing circles, astronomy nights, woodworking projects, and community theater rehearsals. These spaces remove the awkwardness that often surrounds meeting new people, because you already have something in common from the moment you sit down or step into the room. Take Samuel, for example, a 72-year-old who had always loved gardening but never thought of it as a social activity. When he joined a local garden club for something to do on weekends, he discovered a whole community of people who shared his fascination with plants. There he met Nora, a retired botanist with a gentle laugh and an endless curiosity about nature. Their connection didn't begin with flirting or romantic intention, It began with conversations about soil quality, seed varieties, and their favorite flowers. Over time, the hobby they both adored became the foundation for a companionship that grew quietly and beautifully. Spiritual and mindfulness communities offer yet another avenue for deep emotional connection. Many older adults find themselves drawn to meditation circles, church groups, prayer gatherings, yoga classes, and spiritual retreats because these environments encourage reflection, vulnerability, and shared meaning. These are not superficial interactions. People discuss life, purpose, loss, hope, forgiveness, and inner peace. Conversations here often go deeper in 10 minutes than casual social settings do in months. That's how Leonard met Marina. After retiring, Leonard struggled with feelings of emptiness and joined a weekly meditation group to try to reconnect with himself. Marina, a retired counselor, helped guide the beginner sessions. Their discussions were gentle, sincere, and grounded in emotional understanding. What brought them together wasn't attraction, it was shared healing. The bond they formed was built on authenticity, trust, and spiritual growth. Then there's the world of travel, which many older men overlook but which has become one of the most socially vibrant environments for seniors. Travel programs for adults over 55, whether they're short day trips to museums, weekend excursions to scenic towns, guided tours, cruises, or international learning adventures, bring people together through shared experiences. When you travel with a group, you eat together, walk together, explore together, and end up naturally building memories with people you may have just met days before. There's something about discovering new places that makes people open up faster, share more freely, and create bonds effortlessly. That's what happened to Frank, a 63-year-old who joined a senior hiking group. On his third outing, he met Diana, a retired librarian with a love for nature and history. Walking side by side through forests, they talked about their lives, their families, their dreams, and their regrets. With every hike, their connection deepened, not because they were trying to make it happen, but because shared environments create shared hearts. Perhaps the most surprising environment for late-life relationships is recreational sports, especially pickleball. Pickleball has exploded in popularity among older adults for one simple reason: it is incredibly social. Games are short, partners rotate constantly, skill levels don't matter, and laughter fills the court. It's almost impossible to play without meeting new people. Ken, 70, learned this firsthand. He showed up nervous, holding a borrowed paddle, unsure of what to expect. But within minutes, he was welcomed by a group of friendly players who encouraged him and joked with him through every mistake. One of those players was Linda, a 66-year-old woman who offered to help him practice. Practice turned into conversations, conversations turned into coffee, and coffee turned into a relationship that brought light back into his days. The court became more than a sport, it became a community, a place where joy returned without him forcing it. And then, of course, there is online dating, the door most older men hesitate to open. Many assume it's confusing, superficial, or meant only for younger people. But senior-focused dating platforms are completely different. They are designed for mature adults who value compatibility, emotional intelligence, and clarity. They match people not based on looks or trends, but on shared values, life experiences, and long-term goals. Harold, the man who believed love had ended, discovered this firsthand. With a little help from his daughter, he created a simple profile, added honest photos, and wrote a description that reflected who he truly was. Within days, he received messages from women who valued architecture, classical music, slow weekends, meaningful conversations, and emotional honesty. One of those women was Elaine, a thoughtful 65-year-old retired principal. They now share a life filled with companionship, laughter, and purpose, something Harold believed he would never feel again. Now the real question is not whether opportunities exist, because they exist everywhere. The real question is, which path fits your heart, your lifestyle, your personality, and your comfort? If you are lonely, start with volunteering where connection grows through service. If you feel mentally unstimulated, join a class where learning brings people together. If you crave community, join hobby groups where friendships grow naturally. If you seek meaning, explore spiritual gatherings where deep connection develops through shared reflection. If you are active, try pickleball or hiking groups. If you enjoy adventure, join travel programs and explore the world with like-minded people. If you are introverted or anxious about approaching strangers, start online where conversations grow at your pace. Your age is not an obstacle, it is your greatest strength. Your stability, your emotional maturity, your life experience, your patience, your clarity about what truly matters, these are qualities many women your age deeply desire. Right now, somewhere near you, there is a woman who hopes to meet someone exactly like you. Someone steady, someone gentle, someone experienced, someone genuine, someone who doesn't play games. She exists. The only question is whether you will step into the places where she is already waiting. Don't let fear stop you. Don't let doubt delay you. Don't let loneliness convince you that companionship isn't possible. Choose one environment. Take one small step within the next 7 days. New chapters don't happen by accident, they begin when you choose to participate in life again. You deserve connection, companionship, and joy, no matter your age. And the world is full of opportunities waiting for you to say yes.